Hi, fifth grade, it's Mrs. Pritchard. I'm going to stand up while I do this lesson because I normally do when I teach. So I'm going to be doing the intro to the last metric lesson, which is going to be 8.3, which we're going to be moving to the mass of an object. So we have done metric length, like meters, kilometers. Miss Allie focused on capacity. So now we're going to be moving, like I said, I'm going to put up our staircase. We're going to be moving to more of our mass, which is going to be in grams. So the staircase is going to be exactly the same. So right here, kind of our base unit is going to be the gram. And I circled that because we're going to be using that one quite often. And then I just want to go up and down the staircase really quick to make sure we're good with the units. So notice, you guys, when I'm going down the staircase, my prefixes are not changing. So I have decigram, centigram, and milligram. So again, I circled milligram because that's one you're going to be using quite often. Okay, now if I go up the staircase, the prefixes are not changing again. Now, Mrs. Pritchard did make a mistake. I noticed on this that for deca, it had a C and it should be a K. So when we do the abbreviation, it's DKG, decagram, hectogram, and you name it, kilogram is at the top. And I also circled that, kind of being our big units we'll be using when we measure mass. Okay, now the beauty of this is what you guys have been doing isn't going to change because we're still in metric, and metric deals with powers of 10. So what we're going to do is try two different problems. One where we're just going to code it like normal, and one where we're going to try to find the missing unit. So it might be a little bit different. Okay, so as I'm writing the problem here, I need someone to talk me through our steps. So number one, what do? We code, right? We look at the staircase and see what direction we're going, and are we multiplying or dividing? Excellent. Two, yes, we're just writing an expression, right? So we're going to look at how many steps we take. That's going to be our exponent. So like 10 to the second power or 10 to the third power. And then the third and final one that's really important is what? Yes, Lucy, your shifts. So this is where you need to remember when we multiply and our answer is getting larger, we always shift to the right. And when we're dividing and making it smaller, we're always going to shift to the left. Excellent. Okay, so if we have this problem, 5 2/10 of a kilogram, and I'm going to grams, let's code it first. So again, most of us know just from looking at the chart, and you should have your staircase in front of you, that kilogram is way at the top. And I know that gram, I said, is that base unit, that middle unit. So if I'm up here and I'm going 2 gram, what direction am I going? Down the staircase, right? So I know I'm going from a larger to a smaller unit. And then what operation am I doing? Because think, is it going to take more or less grams? It's going to take more grams, right? Because they're smaller. So I'd be multiplying. So that is always kind of your first step, fifth grade, is to just code and just slow down and think about it. Okay, my second step is writing an expression. So I just put 5 2/10 because that's what I started with. That's how many kilograms. You guys just told me it's multiply. Now I just need to look at my staircase and figure out how many steps down I took. Okay, so it's going to be 10 to the what? So if I have my chart and I'm at kilogram and I'm going down to grams, I want you to do this. So how many steps did I take? Yeah, I took 3 steps down. So here's my expression. 10 to the third power. And I always like to circle that exponent. Why? Yeah, because that's going to help me when I get to my shifting, which is step 3. So step 3, I'm going to put my 5 2/10. Now this is really important, and I did see some people on their homework kind of shifting the wrong direction. So if I'm multiplying, what direction am I going to be shifting it? What? Yes, the right, because it's getting bigger. And how many places am I going to be shifting it? Bam! That exponent is telling me to shift it 3 to the right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I know this kind of looks funny. What do I need to put there to hold those spaces as I move the decimal? Yes, Elise, I'm going to put 2 zeros. So now when I go in my original kind of equation, it's going to take 5,200 grams to equal that in kilograms, which makes sense because they're a lot smaller. So today on your sample problems, I want you to try this on a whiteboard, another piece of paper. I want you to be coding, expression, shift. Good job. Okay. Now I'm going to try one where you had to find the missing unit because I know a couple people were like, this one's a little bit hard. So I'm going to write 1. Like this. Okay. So let's say you're starting with 29 and 2/10 of a gram. And you know that that is equal to 29,200 what? Okay. So what's the first thing you should do you think? Don't just go to your ladder. Let's kind of think about this. Yeah, see what's happening to your answer. So I'm going to box what it says it equals. So just by looking at this, I went from 29 and 2/10 to 29,200. Did my answer get larger or smaller? 5th grade? Yeah, it got way larger. So if it got larger, what operation do you think I had to do? Multiply. So what direction am I going down this, or what direction am I going? Down the staircase. Very good. So interesting, I can still do my coding here. Watch this. So I know you guys just told me I'm going to be going from a larger to a smaller unit, which means multiply, just from looking at what happened to that number. So now I know that I'm trying to find a smaller unit. I know I'm going down the staircase. Okay. Well, then how do I know how many steps I'm going down the staircase to get to that exact unit? Okay, Victor, I like the way you're thinking. So he said, well, if my decimal started here, so if I go here, that would be like my decimal's here. And he said, it's like moving it over 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Okay, so let's go to our staircase. So again, we were at grams. So you guys all said we're going down the staircase because our answer got larger. Victor said, I think it's 3 because he saw 3 shifts of the decimal. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3. And what unit am I at, 5th grade? Milligrams, right? So then when I go back here, I know that my answer is in milligrams. So on this one, the coding really, really helps you. Once you code it, you just need to look at how many places they shifted it. And that should get you to your unit. Bravo. Again, you guys are so good. Give yourself a high five. Just so proud of you. I miss you guys so much. So today, I just want you to practice those samples. The answers will be at the bottom to check yourself. Okay, and then Miss Allie will be doing another quick lesson to go with your homework problems tomorrow. Okay, see you guys.